Everyone, welcome to Edubbey Global Solution. Today, we'll be talking about factors of production. Factors of production, they are considered as the resources needed for producing goods and services. We have four factors of production. We have land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. They are all the four factors of production. Moving to the next slide. Moving to the next slide, where we have the definition of each factors of production. Now we have to guess. With this diagram we are seeing here, we have the states with the first statement, which says all natural resources, including oil, fish, soil, forest, etc. Which factors of production could that be? We don't know. Let's move on. Dash is the skill of the workforce and the quantity of work they produce. Which factors of production? We don't know. Let's move to the next statement. Investment in man-made aid to production, which includes buildings, computers, etc. I know you can guess that one from this diagram. Now we have the risk-taking role of business owner, undertaking in the pursuit of profit. That one is also here. You can get the idea. Now let's move and drag this word into the correct box. This one says all natural resources including oil, fish, soil, and forest. I know you can guess that one right. We have land. Land should be the correct answer for that one. Now the second one says the skill of the workforce and the quantity of work they produce. That should be labor. Let's drag. Now the third one says investment in man-made aids to production, which include buildings, computer. I know that one is here right in front of us. We have capital. Now the last one should be the risk-taking role, which is an entrepreneurship. Let's check. Wow, amazing. Moving to the next slide. Where we have the reward for each factors of production we have said earlier. Now we have to guess here also, because we have rent. Hey, mistake. We have land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship, which is known as enterprise most of the time. Now we have to guess the reward for these four factors of production. Which one is for rent? Which one is for wages and salary? Which one is for profit or loss? And which one is also for interest? Let us just guess. We have rent. Rent should be for land. As you all know, land is to rent. Now what should be for wages and salary? That should be labor, because we have workforce here. Now what should be profit or loss? Of course, if you have a capital you put into business, you have to be expecting profit or loss. Now we have an enterprise risk taker. You have to have interest. That's the reward for each factor of production. Now let's check. Amazing, we got it right. Now moving to the next slide, where we have the mobility of factors of production. Factor mobility is the ability to move factors of production out of one production process to another. Now let us now look at the mobility of land. Land is immobile because it cannot be moved from one location to another, which is true. Labor is mobile in the sense that the laborer can change where he works or occupation. That's true about labor. Now we have capital. It's also mobile in nature. It can be changed from any investment or any businesses. That is also true. Now we have enterprise, the most mobile factor, because it's moved when people who carry out the functions move. I think that is understandable enough. Now we have one, two, or false question here. The most mobile factors of production is known as DAS, according to this mobility of factors of production. The mobile factor of production is known as labor. Is it true? Is it true? Is it the most mobile factor? No, because we have enterprise as the mobile factors here. Now let us check. Correct, we got it right. Moving to the next slide. Moving to the next slide, we have the quantity of factor of production. As we have the mobility, we also have the quantity of factor of production. Land, not now. First, we have land quantity of production. Land quantity is influenced through we have renewable resources, the resources that can replenish as even if we use it. Now we have water, wind, etc. There are a lot. Now we have non-renewable resources also. These one they are limited in supply. We have coal, gold, etc. There are more of it. Now we have labor quantity of factor of production. That one they are influenced by the number of workers available and the number of hours they use to work. Quantity of capital they are influenced by investment which could be increased with time. Now we have quantity of enterprise which will increase if there are more entrepreneurs. There is also one single question here. Let us do it. Now we have an dash is an example of renewable resources. I need that one is beside you. Just let's do this one because we are going to meet it in another slide. Now we have dash is an example of renewable resources. We have animal, we have water, gold, book. Water should be the answer. Now let us check if we got it right. Water. Correct. Now moving to the next slide. Moving to the next slide, we have the quality of factors of production. We have mobility, quantity, and quality of factor of production. Now for land, quantity of land is improved by using what? Fertilizer. There are more that we can use to improve land, but just let us mention this fertilizer. Now we have quality of labor. It can be improved through better education, better training, etc. Now we have quality of capital, which increase through advance in technology that enable capital goods to produce higher output. Quality of enterprise will also improved if the entrepreneurs receive better education, better training, etc. Moving to the next slide, where we also have one single question here about what we have said earlier. Which of the following options is considered as the quality of labor and at the same time entrepreneurs? Can someone just guess? We have better education, better training, and advanced technology using fertilizer produce high quantity. Supposed to know these things should be better education and better training. Amazing, amazing. We got it right. Now moving to the next slide. Moving to the next slide where we have drag and drop. I told we are going to meet this thing in another slide where we have renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Where I said our renewable resources they are just natural pure process. No matter how you use it, they can still replenish themselves. While non-renewable resources, it is limited in supply. Now let us look at these examples we have here, where we have water, wind, mineral, coal, sun, plants, gold, and oil. Let us drag it to the correct boxes. Water, is it a renewable resources or non-renewable resources? Of course, water is a renewable resources. Now we have wine here also. Wine is also a renewable resources. We have mineral here. Mineral is not a renewable resources, of course. It is limited in supply. We have coal here. Coal is also limited in supply. We have sun. Sun is a renewable resources. We have plant. Plant is also a renewable resources. While these both, the remaining two, they are going to non-renewable resources. Now let's check. Wow, amazing. We got it right. Moving to the next slide, where we also have one of your past questions here. Now let us go through it. We have Sanjay. He's a risk taker and set up a restaurant in Chennai. Sanjay works for the business as a chef. Wow. Sanjay works for the business as a chef. He leases the restaurant's building from Raghav and employs him to serve the customers. Now, which income is earned by Sanjay and Raghav? Now, let us think of it. Sanjay is a risk taker and set up a restaurant in China. First, Sanjay is a risk taker. Sanjay is a risk taker. Is required to collect profit first. Sanjay works for the business. Wow, he also works for the business. That means he's going to receive two rewards where we have profit and wages. Now, he leases the restaurant building from Raghav. Raghav is the owner, so he's going to collect rent and also employ him to serve the customer. So as Raghav is collecting rent, he's also entitled to wages. Now let us look for the correct answer that suits this statement. We have interest and wages. No. For Sanjay, no. We have interest and profit. No. That's not the correct answer. You have the profit and wages for Sanjay, and at the same time rent and wages for Raghav. Let's check. Wow, amazing. We got it right. Moving to the next slide. Moving to the next slide, we have one activities here. Is also part of your past question. Which statement about the factors of production is correct? Now, labor is a human resources and include pensioners and children. No. Land is a natural resources and includes trees and fish. That sounds nice. Capital is a financial resources and includes saving in bank. No. Enterprise is limited in supply and include office worker. This should be the correct answer. Wow, amazing. Now let us move to the next activities. Now, what is the function of the factor of production in an economy? As we have been saying about factors of production, what is their function? Now, to reduce the existence of external costs, is it? No. To make goods and services to fulfill wants and needs. That sounds to be the correct one, but let's move on. To provide an even distribution of income. No. To make goods and service wants and needs. Wow, we got it right. This should be the end of the class for today. Stay tuned to our website www.edubbey.com. See you soon.